Yo, what's up? It's Amina Seen It. How y'all guys doing? Today, from what I'm hearing, was a crazy day. It was a crazy day at court. We learned stuff we should not know, like stuff that should not have been said. And I'm just like, I know we said that Diddy was freaky, but and he's on a different level. And we're gonna get into that in like 2 seconds. But really quick, what I want to say, it was a really sad day for Cassie, and she's definitely testifying. She hasn't been crossed yet, so that means Diddy's team has not cross-examined her yet. So this was the gentle approach for now. But we're gonna hit you with the intro, and we're gonna get in and we're gonna talk about it because it was nasty and nutty, and it was a lot of stuff in between, or not.
Hey, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. No care for the IG, just no do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club.
Whole lot of people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. Still say what he wants to. Still wet like a big. I should run a whole blog at this rate. They using my name for clickbait. They even wanna start fake beef. Instead of low beef in the mixtape. They know I'm the bomb. They ticking me off. Say anything to get a response. I know that mean they traffic is low. Somebody just gotta practice along. So she being tame. They'd rather be wild. This is brandy. They wanna be down. Soon as got something to sell, they say my name. Destiny Child. Everybody wanna be lit. Everybody wanna be rich. Everybody wanna be this. If us who out hate me, read my problems. I'm not all of that talking. I'm calling it out. Public opinions from private accounts.
I learned the new word today. Voyeurism. So voyeurism. So what happened was Cassie was introduced to voyeurism at first, and that is when that's pretty much a cook. When you invite somebody in, and the guy watches you have intercourse. So that's pretty much a cuck, whatever, but they call it voyeurism, and I think it sounds better for social media, and it doesn't get me in trouble. However, the baby oil, I know we jumping real quick. So the baby, see, that's what I mean. The internet went crazy. They made us think that the baby oil had like a whole bunch of intoxications in it, and they're saying no. The baby oil, he was using 10 bottles a session, so I could clearly see him have thousands and thousands for his free course, because they was like, what happens if you ran out of baby oil? She was like, we had to go to the store and get some. She was like, or we'll just pay the attendant downstairs to go get more. But we could never and was not allowed to run out of baby oil. And every 5 minutes we had to lather baby oil. One time it got really crazy where he had a pool of baby oil, and it was one other thing. Because Astroglide, baby oil and Astroglide. And it has to be like warm when you put it on, and it does something. Yes, I am going to try baby oil. I mean, why not, right? But that's not the point. It still was disturbing. But the baby oil thing, So what she said pretty much is that she loved him very much, and she wanted to please him. So while I don't know, that's what they got. They're seeming like that's what they got out of her, that she really loved him. She had this unconditional love, and it made her feel dirty, grimy, cringy, and everything else. However, to me, and yes, he was a horrible, horrible dude. Like, I think he is very extremely disturbed. However, the case is not on him hitting her, and it's not on a certain amount of things. Like, yes, he definitely destroyed her, mentally abused her, physically abused her. But it's on traffic lights. And it's on so my thing is, if someone loves you to death, I'm not supposed to say that word. I can't stand ABCs and YouTube. but she loved him like her life depended on him, and he treated her like trash, like literally. I mean, they urinated in where she talks out of. I mean, we got to get into details, but yeah, we gonna get into details. And it's not like to say, it's just that she just wanted his attention. She just wanted his love. And your man was doing some real stuff. It was never going to be enough, and it was never enough. Oh, while I got y'all in here real quick, because I remember like reading somebody, because it was at Twitter, and the guy, the person that does the court reporting. Hey, TMRG note, how you doing? So the person that does the reporting, it said that Cassie put in her notes, who would like something like that? I would never. Let me tell y'all what came to my mind.
You, he on you everywhere.
Take a shot if you like.
Hold on. Let me turn the volume up so I can hear it.
Golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, he on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
So I don't know if y'all can hear that, but she was like, I just love golden showers. And I'm like, because she was with Diddy. So I'm just like, who would like something like that? What she said?
Take a shot if you like golden showers, I do.
Golden
I do.
showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, he on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
I just like it. I'm like, so like, I don't care. Nobody can't tell me that your girl wasn't in freak offs. Like, this is my opinion, but I strongly you can't convince me nothing different. I'm listening to her and I'm like, yeah, we definitely got a freak off participant right here.
How many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
so
what's the
I'm
answer?
asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
Hold on. Yeah, I know, because you know how YouTube art is with my thing.
Baby, let me tell y'all something.
On the witch yard.
You don't go to sleep.
Yes, that don't go to sleep. Now, I think, and I'm looking at now after like hearing Cassie testify and how much she loved Diddy, I'm looking at my Young Miami and the way she acts. Yo, we got a Cassie number 8 in here, because before it was, you had the Kim Porter, you had the Cassie, you had J-Lo, you got this girl over here. Look at this. Go Poppy, go Poppy, go Poppy. I don't care if I look like this. Now in court, what she say one more time about pissed?
Take a shot if you like golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, he on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
I just like it. I'm just saying. I think these girls do anything for him. I really do. It's mentally. It was definitely a form of mental abuse. Oh, if I do a finale, I usually don't do a finale. I'm going to try to actually wake up and go to Detroit Kings platform for Raising Canaan. Let me get through this real quick. Detroit Kings. I'm gonna try to jump on your 12 o'clock. I'm gonna try to set my alarm clock and hang out with the guys. Okay. So yeah, while I'm saying Cassie, it appears that she had a lot of mental abuse. If she didn't do it, Diddy would say, I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. And that would make her do anything he asked of her. And she wanted his love. Like, she wanted his attention, his love and stuff like that. Like, I have been so young before, like, and I know what that feels like to like love somebody. I do. People think I'm so mean now, but I know what it felt like. And that to somebody, yes, younger, 19, I give it 19, definitely. That mentality, 19, I give it 20. Somebody that hasn't been in love before, like, that's why I look at Carissa Shields, like that, what Papoose, because that's what I'm getting. That's the vibe. I'm getting, like, desperate, hopelessly, naively in love. So they read a text message to him, and she typed, "I want to F you." And okay, so here's the thing. So once Diddy introduced her into voyeurism, and that's when she has to sleep with escorts and other people, and he was just watching, jacking off, or whatever he was doing. Yes, that was what he was doing. She would I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. She would do this because she wanted to spend more time with him. So one time she texted him and she was like, "I want to F you." And he was like, "You do?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you want to call somebody? You want to get somebody up?" And in her mind, it's like, "Yo, I want to be with my man. I want to sleep with you." And he's like, "Oh, I'm joking," but like he wants the male situation. And then he would be like, "Oh, you're so predictable, like boring and stuff like that." So she would definitely do that for him. Now, what I'm hearing is that the baby oil had to be warmed up for it to be on them. They had candle lights, wax, and everything else. Sometimes she would have wax on her. And they was like, "Well, what did it smell like?" Your girl said it smelled funky in there. She said it smelled like body odor. She said it smelled like must. I was like, oh, for all of this Glade and scented stuff they had around, it was getting funky in there. Oh, and then they was like, they would have to put down, she was like, we would try to, so the hotels would get damaged every time there was a freak off. That's why he wouldn't have the freak offs in his house. And they was like, well, what? They was like, she was like, why would y'all cost so much cleaning and everything else? She was like, because we would get fluids everywhere. And they was like, well, what kind of fluids? She was like, urine, blood. And I was like, blood? What are you talking about? Like, what the heck is going on in that circus? So apparently, your man Diddy would make Cassie. This ain't funny because I was thinking about somebody. Y'all gotta watch Armand Wiggins. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna send y'all to the source because he's good with it. And he was just he was saying stuff. So anyway, it was like, the red stuff. Because like it doesn't matter if she was on her monthly. He want to freak off, she's freaking off. And damn, I don't know how like these escorts be taking stuff. Mind you, everything it was we gonna get to it. That's not even the stuff. So so he required a big black man with a big black man. Okay, that was his requirements. They said one time one of the escorts is called the Punisher. Now I've seen that guy around because I think when I used to go to Broadway Junction, they used to hand out flyers and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make those facial expressions. It's just that, they be looking suspect to me. If I'm not mistaken, he's very, very muscular listen, y'all got to understand, they were all raw dogging and he was having them let go inside of this girl. So, like I said, she would never produce. They're not allowed to ask about her health records, which like strongly suggest if you're not scared of anything, it might mean you got everything. Do y'all understand me? Everything. That is what's going around, whispering around the courtroom. That is not confirmed. It's not. I'm not saying that it is. But that is quiet. Like, They're not. They said that you are not allowed to ask Cassie about her medical status. That was put out there. And I know the escort said that he didn't want to sleep with her anymore. An escort from Backpage. They used to get him from Backpage and Craigslist. And the escort was scared of sleeping with her after a while because he was like, he showed his results and she did not want to show hers. So he was like, I'm uncomfortable. Because I told you yesterday that sometimes the escort would get there and realize that another escort had already been there. Then this was part 2. Okay, so let me finish. TMRG note said, what I don't understand is how his personal or ex-life becomes a charge of criminal case. This is why y'all really have to watch this closely. Like, he is a monster. So watch that. However, watch the charges that they're charging him for. Because, all right, so while this is criminally in criminal court, LT Longs, I'm done with you. He said, shout out to Punisher. Yo, the name, it made me laugh. I was like, yo, so they had a guy named Punisher to come and finish her off. And it's funny because it sounds like we watching Street Fighter up in there. Yeah, watch it. Because while he is a monster, I think he's a complete a-hole. I think he's like the worst. You got to watch the charges because they're trying to charge him with traffic lights. And you're charging people's girlfriends with traffic lights. Do you understand how easy it will be easy to charge? I say easy like 3 times. No, but pay attention seriously. Because think about it. If you have a girlfriend and stuff ends badly and y'all were traveling across the world, you know, sleeping with each other, and then y'all break up, traffic lights. Do you understand what I'm saying? So y'all have to really pay attention. Like, just because, don't shoot the messenger, but watch the charges and the racketeering and stuff like that. Y'all do got to watch that. I'm just saying, because we know like he's messed up. He deserves. See, the thing is, if he was tried in criminal court, it's fine. But it's like, why the feds? Why y'all dealing with this? You understand? And y'all putting on these charges. I would definitely watch it. You're right, TMR. Because this is gonna be a doozy. And how much time does that hold? He said, when you're crossing state lines, it gets doozy. Exactly. So it's like, yo, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not trans. You better fly don't get flown out. Y'all better meet them Instagram models in their state. Oh, there's a nice little diner in your state. Oh, you're in Miami? Meet me at the Fontainebleau. You travel your ass. Don't you flown nobody out. I'm just saying, be very careful. Y'all better learn before it's too late. All right. So now we're going to get into this thing. And that's what it is triggering. It is a messed up case. He is a messed up, horrible, horrible person. Watch those damn charges. Because it seemed like it'd be easy for you to put it on your everyday person. Stephen Harris says, inside Diddy courtroom, look faces judge in courtroom. Look how gray hair could impact a trial's outcome. Long you not buying you good money. All right, so let's continue. So yeah, the girl, she loved him to death. Like, I think she would do anything for him. She was getting high out of her mind. Did I say trigger warning? Trigger warnings all over, please. Yeah, y'all know this case is triggering. Like, don't click on if y'all triggered. So yeah, so she was like, a lot of times she was just out of her mind. She was coming and going. You know what? I ain't no good. That was a Freudian slip. Okay, so now remember yesterday I was telling y'all, yes, she was on mushrooms, she was on anything, but the only word I did not hear was the word CRAC. That one. That's the only drug I didn't hear, thank God. But she was doing everything. So now remember yesterday I was telling y'all, I don't know who paid attention and who didn't, but I will tell y'all again. So what happens is the escort would come and they would sit in the living room, they would freak off, and Diddy would be like, now, release on her. And they would either release, he'll tell them where and when to release, like at a command. And they got paid based on them being able to fulfill the load. So if they could not get it up or finish off, then one of them said that if he couldn't get it up, he wasn't getting paid. And if they wasn't finishing off, they were getting a decrease in the pay. All right, fine. So he would be like, release into her or on her body. And then they will go in the room and him and Cassie will have a private session in the room. So yesterday, that was with the dancer escort, but they said dancer in court. That is with the dancer. Oh, they did it for legal reasons. That makes sense. Anyway, the dancer was sitting outside, like in the living room, because it was a big suite. So, it's one of those nice, beautiful ass suites and stuff like that. So he'd be sitting in the living room and he has to wait like 1 to 2 hours when they come out the room, and they'll say either you can leave or just wait. And in one particular time, the guy, I guess he was tired or whatever, but he couldn't release. So he said that he lied, because usually he would release. They go in the room, they go in there for 2-3 hours or whatever. Then they come back out and stuff like that. So one time he lied, and Diddy came back out and was like, no, he made Cassie go back out and was like, you sure you released? And he's like, yeah. And they go back in the room and then they come back out and it's like, you sure you released? So in my head, I was like, so they go back in. And in my head, I was like, what the F are they doing? I was like, is he being slurpy? Y'all got to really read my lips because I'm going to get in so much trouble. But I was like, I thought he was slurping stuff out of your girl. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, what are they doing? So now Cassie testifies today, and it comes to find out she had to rub it on him like it was baby oil. She would rub his, like, where a woman would where where was she rubbing? Like, say if you had a baby and they were the nipples. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. They would male chest, the nipples. They were rubbing. She would rub that man's situation all over him in the room in private. He ain't even know it. Can you imagine if you're like a male and you thinking that you just had a good time and you all over the place, and the girl goes in the room and they sitting here. I'm sorry. They sitting here rubbing themselves in your ish. Oh, I'm in trouble. It's okay. They can take this video down when I'm done. Like, I'm not getting paid anyway for this much, so it ain't nothing. Nah, y'all gonna have to comment on that one because y'all want to sit there and go, don't go quiet now. This grown ass man being smothered in men's milk. And then after they finish playing with that, because he's y'all don't want to comment. Y'all take that. So so Cassie, she liked her private time with her man, and then they would go back out and y'all don't got nothing to say. Oh, I see. Look, no comment. I got nothing. Like, I know. Like, your man Diddy is going down in embarrassment. So then, so so the thing is, she felt disgusting because she just kept getting pumped. Because at first it was like a one-time thing. She did it to please him, but then it was just like more. And he said he from New York. Explain. Stop it, because y'all Southern persons. I heard T.I. and Tiny. Nope. Y'all. Stop it. We're not gonna blame it on New York. That's industry mess. He's like he grew into this monster. It's just. So the thing is, you get deviant so much to the point it's just you hyper sexual. So yeah, she got randoms pumping her. And the thing is, she only really want to pump Diddy. She loved this man. But she does what he says, and because it fulfills him. And to be honest, he's never going to be fulfilled, and he's never going to love her the way she loves him. And because he brainwashes her. It's like, yo, if I don't do this, then he's not going to love me. He's like, I'm going to get somebody else to do it. Because they asked her, she was like, I wasn't fearful to say no. Why was you fearful? And they said the prosecutors couldn't deliver it. And I think a lot of the reason was because she didn't want him to leave her, to be honest. However, he is horrible, but this does not spell traffic lights. This spells toxic a relationship. This spells them DV. So this whole racketeering and trafficking thing is like, you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Because this is criminal court. This is really criminal, not federal. But I believe that they went in his house and took those damn tapes. Because I'm sure, that's what I'm saying. Don't blame this on New York, because I'm sure your industry be doing some ish. You get a tape. So anyway, back to the court thing. So your man's getting off in there, and then when they done, they go back out, and they do, because they a lot of times they'll do 2 sessions. So they was like, well, how many hours would this mess take? And she was like, it could be 1 hour. Here it is. It could be 9-hour sessions. Sometimes it'll be 2 escorts. 1 in the back, 1 in the. She doing all this to please your man. She said she was sick. She was broken a lot. And she would definitely self-medicate A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And because she felt like trash. She was like, sometimes she'd be so inebriated. She was like, one time she was laying there, and this is gonna be so messed up. The escort and Diddy was using the bathroom in her mouth to the point where she gagged and choked and choked and choked because she was, so beam me up Scotty. And they were just hosing her down. She didn't like looking. I think that he went through her so much and let her been run through so much that she didn't love her. Like, she probably felt like, she said she felt the lowest she's ever felt. Now, this is really sad and it is heartbreaking, but like they said, like the defense said, we are going to hear horrible things. We're going to hear that he is a horrible person. Now, the thing that broke her heart is that she was doing all of this for his love and attention, and she thought that they were monogamous. And even if she was doing it, he was still running around doing whatever with whoever else too. Again, he was never going to love her the way she deserved to be loved. And honestly, based on some people that was there, it looked like she still loved him. Oh, real quick. He gave her Viagra. And I was like, apparently it works for women too. She was like, what did she say? It just makes you more sensitive. Like, whatever he gave her, she took. And I was like, Viagra for women? These industries be doing everything. So yeah, even though the day in question, she did say she tried, she was tired. She didn't not want to do the freak off. And even if she didn't want to do it, he would tell her she had to do it, like, be strong. And then, like, if she be tired, he'd be like, finish strong, baby girl. And he made her call him Pop Pop, because that's what she called her grandfather. Your man is sick. He wanted to be grandpa. Also, they say young Miami, that she call him Pop Pop. Now, I heard that he tried to get the husband not to be in court today while she was testifying. Now, that was psychological. It's like he tried to take her support away. And they said that he was just staring at her. Like, usually he was looking all frail and all of that stuff. I think when Cassie took this to the stage, he's like, look at my demon eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's like, the real Diddy probably showed up looking at her. Because I told you, like, that frail thing, dude, you put me in court. I got to go to court? Oh, my gosh. I'm just saying. They don't want to see you strong. You got to look weak. And God forbid you laugh. You in trouble. You'll be guilty of anything. Or if you're a victim and you laugh, you're done. Yeah, he said, imagine what little Kim went through. Yeah, because there was a big rumor that she fainted because she had like a whole bunch of milk, man milk in her, around her, or too much of it. Anyway, what else was it? Oh my gosh. See, y'all coming all late. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Yes, it was intimidation, I believe. But again, this is all horrible. This is crazy. This is whatever. But y'all better watch those trafficking laws because y'all gotta see. Sometimes I think that they trigger y'all to pass these because the thing is like it'd be very easy for the feds to get y'all for trafficking when you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and y'all break up and y'all was going around the world and stuff like that. So be careful with that. But definitely, this is horrible, horrible DV, horrible person, horrible everything. But you got to ask yourself, is it racketeering and the other stuff? That's what you really, really have to ask. Because I don't know why they didn't have him in regular court, but you know, the feds. But listen, if they say, who would want to do that? Again, we got the girl.
You know.
Say take a shower if you like golden showers. I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
So how
So I'm just saying, and she's beautiful. That girl's beautiful. Young Miami, she is so beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. But I told you they're not allowed to ask Cassie about her medical records, and your girl do what Diddy say doing. So I will watch all of them. The industry. That's actually technically that's why I hear that they rotate the same women, to be honest. Because if you're not afraid of getting nothing, that means you might have everything. That's what I feel. Like I said, I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying they were getting people off of black. So they asked Cassie, where would she find these male guys? And it was off a Backpage, which is your random dude walking around decides, oh, I like effing. Let me put myself out there. Let me get paid for it. Craigslist. Y'all know Craigslist ain't ish. And then they started going to other places after that. But they had to be a BBC. Y'all know what a BBC is, right? Big, black, comfortable. Y'all thought I was going to say it, right? He said lifestyle of the rich and famous because who else do stuff like that? So, yeah. Oh, I believe that. Like you said, we can't make speculation, but I believe MJB, like Mary J. Blige, I believe she went through some stuff. All that hanging around Diddy she did. And wait till that Kim Porter book. Like, apparently, there is a diary with Kim Porter. And if it's based off that book, like it probably is. I don't know. Right at this moment, I don't trust the feds because that case, it seems like they taking somebody, like they taking a DV case, like and making it federal. So anyway, anybody have any questions before I leave? I'm gonna cut this live. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button because I know people is in here and hopefully y'all having a good time. But I'm about to head out. Anybody got something to say? Any comments? In that musky, funky, donkey room. But yeah, I do feel bad for Cassie. They said that she looked so broken. Like I don't think there's no amount of therapy that could help her right now. Like he broke her down mentally. And I remember when I was young, so I can understand, but like to go through that for all of those years, because she never probably grew up. She was with him for so long. So the manipulation is crazy. What? They was meeting people, black people meet? I don't know about that. Yeah, watch my my new Canon uploads and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been wonderful and I love you guys. And make sure y'all look. I got y'all know I do my Raising Canaans and stuff like that. So I put out like maybe 5 little short clips, and then the new pictures came out. And watch my live, my Friday episode load, and we're gonna do day 3 tomorrow. We'll be here. I guess I'm covering Diddy too. Pause. Take care. I love you. Make sure